Hey guys, it's Chad with Thor's Day in Paradise. I wanted to start out by answering a couple questions that I got. I got messages about the card reading that I said I was about to give. I said that I'm going to get off this video and then make a new video on the card reading that I had done and then post that. So it's just the timing. So as soon as I finished that video and I uploaded it, I got a couple phone calls. Life happened. I ended up leaving for like 4 or 5 days. I had a really good time. And then so I got home, and then I thought I would just do a new card reading because, you know, most of the week was gone. So the energies probably changed a little bit from my last, you know, the reading that I was going to upload. And then just before I uploaded that, something else happened. And so I kind of took that as a sign that maybe I shouldn't be uploading a video. And then I was thinking, you know what? Jupiter's about to move into Scorpio, and that's like a big thing because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and like good luck and stuff. So I was gonna wait until yesterday, and it just so happens that I'm getting this feeling inside that big things are about to happen. I've been having dreams too, like these crazy fucking dreams that I'll wake up and I'll write them down. I'll write them down like 3 in the morning. I'm like, there's no way I can let myself forget what just happened. So I write down all the details. I'm learning about myself. I'm just fucking really cool dreams that like get me really excited. And then watching other videos like the Benjamin Fulford report, there are governments and even the Yakuzas, and they're getting ready for something. It's supposed to happen at the end of October. And that, combined with my dreams, combined with my own intuition, is, you know, these last 3 months, we're in action now. Like, we're preparing all year. Everyone's like, yeah, it's all coming in 2017. And, you know, we've been going through a lot of changes, but nothing really like big has happened. So the world woke up, right? So this is about to happen in the next few weeks. Shit's going down. So anyway, so I'm not doing the card readings because I don't think that we're supposed to really know. I think right now is all about surrender and get ready because it's coming. It's going to happen, and it's really exciting. It's, you know, like anxious, like fuck, I've been waiting for this forever. But I don't know, but at the same time, you know, it's like you always think it's coming and then nothing happens and you're like, fuck, you know, why did I even say anything about it? So we'll see. But I just feel guided not to give out a video. The last 2 times I tried to record my card readings, something happened and I wasn't able to. And now I just have this feeling, just, you know, even if we did do it, it may not be completely accurate because we're not really supposed to know exactly what's going to happen. It's a surprise. I think. I don't know. I'm just going with what my heart's telling me. Anyways, I'm making this video about Ling, which is the law of service, or the spiritual law of service. It's universal also. So the funny thing, I was telling a friend who came out to Hawaii from California, someone I grew up with. He was out here, and he's a Scorpio as well. So he's really, like, you know, open-minded to things that may not be like mainstream or whatever. He's not like totally awake, but he's kind of there. Anyways, I was telling him about Ling Fa, and right in front of me, he's like started Googling Ling Fa, and what came up was my first video on YouTube about Ling Fa. And so he showed me, and I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, that was my first video. But that was one of my very first videos, and I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen it. But so if anybody's looking that up and they find the video, that's cool. But I'm just letting you know I didn't just make it up. Like, if I'm the only source you're hearing this from, I did learn it in my awakening. And I learned this when I was in jail. And I was in jail for a year because I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict. And the thing is, I'm super entitled, or was super entitled, because I figured I'm really smart, and I can, I can function through this, and I'm not hurting anybody. I'm only harming myself. So but my life still was going to shit, and it was weird because I learned about manifestation, and then I was doing drugs, and I figured that drugs and alcohol and feeling good go hand in hand with manifestation. So fuck it, I'm going all out with this. And it would work a little bit, but it was never solid foundations by the things I was able to bring into my life. So anyways, this law of Ling Fa. So backtrack a little bit. You guys have heard me say that we are all universal servants. So this goes hand in hand with the law of Ling Fa, the spiritual law of Ling Fa, which is the law of service. We are all universal servants. We have different soul standings, which give us different levels of responsibility. So no one is better than the other in any way. We just have higher responsibility, or different levels of responsibility depending on our soul standing. So we are here, God, all the angels, everything. We are all universal servants. So when you give a little, and this is the law of Ling Fa right here, is when you give a little bit of service, you get little blessings. When you give a little bit more service, you get bigger, greater blessings. When you become an unconditional, universal servant, you get unlimited blessings. Now there's the opposite of this too, is when you give bad service, you learn little lessons. A little bit more bad service, you get a little bit more lessons, or a little bit greater lessons. When you're giving really bad service, you will learn big lessons, so that something will fucking wake you up, so you realize, fuck, this isn't working. So I was in jail for doing a year in jail. And I'm not like I'm not like a career criminal. I'm not used to jail. I did go to jail quite a few times, a bunch of times. But it was only for in the drunk tank or whatever. It was always for drugs or alcohol. Mostly alcohol. DUIs and whatnot, drunken publics. But fuck, I went to jail for a year related to drugs. And then I just kind of went through this really big awakening. And then I went to jail a couple weeks later and got sentenced to a year. And so when I'm reading this book, which is also the same book I think I was talking about last time, the Soul Communication by Dr. Zhi Shah, who's a Grandmaster. I read this and I was like, holy shit, that's why I'm in jail. That's why my life sucks, because I am pretty smart, and I have a good heart, and I'm a good worker, but my life is just always in shambles. And it was because I was giving bad service, and using drugs and alcohol was I was serving myself, which is bad service to the universe. So I learned lessons, and I went to jail how many times, and got expelled from high school how many times, and just over and over lost my job. I was a machinist machining helicopter parts for the military, and fabricating these aircraft and helicopter stuff for weapons of the Defense Department. I had a career, I had everything going, and I just fucked it up from drinking, really. I mean, there was other things that going well. I was like sleepwalking and shit, but it was all divinely planned, right? Because I wouldn't be here doing this now if I hadn't gone through that. And I'm sure that a lot of that bullshit in my life, why I was always in shambles, was because I was transmuting and had agreed to take on a lot of the garbage and junk from the collective to transmute, which goes hand in hand with why I was such a fucking alcoholic. Man, my life sucked. It was really, I had a really, really rough time growing up. Very insecure. I was not insecure with myself and what I was capable of, but I was just like, when it came to like being in crowds of people, like, it's hard to explain because I was popular and I was like, could get along with people, but it was just like this insecurity inside of me. I did not feel like I fit in, did not feel comfortable, like just with the way the collective consciousness of the people that I was around. It was weird, but that's just how it is being a twin flame, or you know, an advanced soul, whatever. Anyway, so this law of Lingfa. So you give service. So if your life is kind of shitty right now and you're not sure why, ask yourself what kind of service you're giving. Am I giving good service to the universe, or am I serving myself? Or maybe I'm just being a dick to people. I'm giving bad service. You're going to learn lessons. That's what these lessons are for. It's the universe letting you know that you're giving bad service, and when you can shift this mentality of serving yourself or just not caring about others, and you don't have to be stuck in this bubble of only giving this certain kind of service. Like, I give a lot of service to the recovery community, but I kind of thought after a while, you know, I was GSR of my home group, I was state chair of Oxford House, running in Oxford House, I'm doing all this stuff, but I was like stuck in this bubble to where I wasn't unconditional with my service. I was just giving all of my energy, which was very draining, only to the recovery community. And I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. But things happen, life happens, and I felt very guided that I needed to step away from at least some of those positions so that I can kind of do this and open myself up to what else God and the universe, my higher self, has planned for me, and the service that I need to give, because I want, you know, my goal, my aspirations are to be unconditional with this service that I give, and so I try not to stick myself in a bubble. I'm here to serve everyone, and service isn't just an action word; it's an attitude. I'm just ready to help. I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to do good, to help the universe evolve in whatever way I can, to help humanity. To just it's a mindset. I'm here to serve, and my life is full of blessings. You know, like, if there's drama in my life, it's for a reason. It's something that is teaching me a lesson or somewhere that's guiding me to somewhere else. But it's much easier knowing that, hey man, I'm giving my service, and now that I'm, you know, awake, I know when something is kind of upheaval's coming on, hey, I know that something really cool is right around the corner, and it really helps me to stay surrendered, knowing, you know, that when upheaval does start happening in my life, that something great is about to happen, or I'm about to get to the next level on something. So that's the law of Ling Fa. For all of you who did not, you know, weren't here, most of you actually probably haven't seen the video I did. It was like the second or third video I did months ago. So I hope this brings everybody up to date. I hope this helps, and I hope maybe, you know, one, two, a couple of you, something clicks and you're like, oh fuck, that's why shit's not going right for me. You're either serving yourself, or you're not giving good service in some way, shape, or form. Get into that mentality of ready to serve. However, what it's unconditional, it means no conditions. You're just ready to serve at however you can, and you will see a huge transformation in your life and the blessings that you receive. Right on, guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Like I say, and always, I'm very easy to get a hold of. If you have any questions, I do energetic healing. I can do it long distance. I do it in person. I also do clearings. And if you want like a personal tarot reading, I will do those. You know, I do those for twin flames especially. But I just don't do, you know, that kind of stuff on my computer so much. I'm not so much about the union part as I am just in service to everyone, for whatever comes to me and whatever I'm guided to share. Appreciate it, guys. Talk to you soon.